It was the epitome of the lack of due process in a court proceeding in this country. It was shocking. The immigration judge had made up her mind before the hearing even started what she was going to do. She basically cut off questioning throughout the proceeding. She cut off argument. What this document says is that there is a compelling government interest in not letting Mr. Mahmoud express his beliefs, statements, or associations in the United States because of a compelling foreign policy interest. We wanted to examine Marco Rubio and say, what are you talking about? This guy has never been convicted of a crime, never been charged with a crime, very peaceful person. His ideas are that threatening to the United States? And that's the position of the United States government, that Mahmoud Khalil's ideas are so horrible. His ideas that there should be a Palestinian state, his ideas that the United States is contributing to genocide in Gaza by the Israeli government.
You know, like Mark was saying, today was historic in its unfairness. The judge went out of her way to make very clear to us and anyone in the courtroom that the constitutional arguments we were making had no place in immigration court. There was not an ounce of desire in her being to give Mahmoud a fair hearing today. And that's precisely what we were fearful of. The immigration case is far from over. We move on now into what's called the relief stage, where Mahmoud can present certain applications to defend against removal. And we're set to file additional evidence and applications by April 23rd. We foresee that this case will require at least a few more hearings in immigration court before, a final decision is made, at which point there could be appeals. At the same time, my colleagues will talk about this more briefly, we also have pending proceedings in district court, which is the proper forum per the government and per this judge to make the constitutional arguments that despite whatever authority Secretary Rubio asserts, you cannot deport someone from the country for engaging in constitutionally protected free speech.
If Marco Rubio says he should be deported, end of the inquiry. So that's the position. We'll be arguing in district court that can't happen. It's violative of the First Amendment. And we'll argue it wherever we can, but that's their legal position that they are taking in this case. We can go to the Board of Immigration Appeals, but not till there's what's called a final order. So we're still have this, I'd say, secondary or tertiary matters to deal with in the immigration court. But my guess is she'll be making a decision, within a few weeks or so on the other matters, which really won't control the case. And then we would go to the Board of Immigration Appeals. But the Board of Immigration Appeals has precedent, which is what the judge relied on, and the government was arguing, basically similarly saying you can't look behind the two-page letter or any memorandum that the Secretary of State puts out about this. So our real remedy is in district court, in federal district court. That's the only place we're going to get any real justice, or that he is going to get any real justice.
As he said in court today, there's no mistake. There was no accident in him being sent to Louisiana. It is a place far removed from most of society where it's difficult to get news from. It's difficult to find an attorney. And, just like his arrest was meant to silence him and intimidate him to be quiet, sticking him in the middle of the South with very little access to people, technology, etc., is just a further attempt to chill him.